Hey, here's the harsh truth. Many of us live life as, what's the best life I can get being me? Let me explain what I mean. Many of us have already made up in our minds how we choose to live our life, what we want to do, what we want to be, how we want to live. And then we go to God, or we go to the world, or we go to life and say, this is what I'm offering. What's the best life I can get for living like the way that I'm only going to give my life to live? See, we don't approach life like, what does it take to be the best I can possibly be? We have got addicted to things and we love things and we care about things and we want things and we live life in a particular way such that we refuse to give those things up. And so what we do is we go to God, we go to people, we go to the world and say, this is what I am. This is how I choose to live. Now, what's the best possible life I can get and stay being who I am? I'm not getting ready to stand here on a soapbox and try to tell you that I'm somebody different. I used to be the same way. I used to go through life saying that what I was who I was, and the world had to accept me and God had to accept me. But then I had to ask the most important question I ever asked. Am I forfeiting all that I can possibly be by being so stubborn and holding on to everything that I am right now? Or am I truly willing to give God an opportunity to show me that when He created me and He had plans for me, plans to give me a hope in the future, that His plans and His way were far better than anything I can possibly do or imagine on my own? And so I was willing to let go of those things that I held on to so dearly, whatever they were, regardless what they were to me, how important they were to me, regardless what I felt about them, how long I have been doing it, how much it's been a part of my identity, how much any of that mattered. It didn't matter at all in that moment because I truly believed that God told me He had something better for me, and I trusted Him enough to show me that what He had for me was far better than everything I was willing to sacrifice the world for having. So I bring this question to you today. Do you really want what's best for you? Do you really want the best life God has to offer and provide you? Or are you only willing to get whatever the best you can possibly get with whatever you already have and holding on to right now? The two are not the same. And oftentimes in our lives, we think because we make a quote unquote good life out of us holding on and being what we are, we say, see, look, I still have a good life. But imagine this. Imagine that the life that you live in right now is only satisfying you. Imagine a world where you was willing to sacrifice that and give that and turn that over to God, and your life had the ability to have an impact on the world. And see, we are willing to sacrifice worldly provisions and worldly impact for personal satisfaction. We will, and I'm just going to be honest about this. Many of us live our lives in a way that we will destroy the whole world just to be personally happy. We will tear families apart. We will tear communities apart. We will tear our best friends and relationships apart. We will do everything just to stay being who we are because we refuse to let go of that which we have claimed as our identity. And I come to stand before you today and say, God has a much better way for you. Every aspect of your personality that you feel so strongly about, God placed that in that. But the difference is you're using it to glorify you. You're using it to satisfy you. You're using it to get the most out of what you feel like you want personally. And God gave it to you for you to have a world impact. God wanted you to make such an impact that not only you, but everybody who was impacted by your life and everybody who would come after you would benefit greatly because of the chance you gave God to show you and use you in a way that would make a difference to everybody other than just you. But you're willing to say, this is all I'm willing to give. What's the best that I can get for this? It's like when you go into a store and you go someplace and you walk into a car dealership or you walk into a place and and the person said, well, what's your budget? Well, this is what I have. What's the best that I can get for this? And God is saying, I'm your financial backer. I'm your social backing. I'm your public relations specialist. I'm the bank that vouches for you and your credit. I'm the person who validates your credit. So don't just walk into life going, what's the best I can get for this? Be willing to give up what you can do for yourself personally and say, God, what's the best I can have? Period. Dot end. What is the one impact I can have that glorifies the kingdom to the utmost? That's when your life makes a difference. See, I was reading the book. One of my favorite stories is the book of Abram. And it's actually one verse, one chapter in particular, the 12th chapter. And it said, God called Abram and told Abram to leave I'll paraphrase it, his nation, his people, and his family name, and go to a land in which I show you. And if you're willing to do that, I'll make you a great nation. Now, why did it say that I would make you a great nation? I want you to think about this. The impact you have on people changes not just that person, but it changes how that person treats other people, and then how they treat people as a result of how that person treated them. When you are a great, when you give your life to God, it impacts not only how you treat people, but how you raise your children. So then your children have an impact on people, and the impact they have on people has an impact on people, and the impact that they have has and so far, so on and so forth. So much that by the actions of one person, you can drastically change the outcome and the demeanor of so many people. But when you become selfish and you're only wanting to do that which you are willing to allow yourself to be able to give, then you only impact people the way you choose to impact people. And maybe that's in a good way. Maybe it's in a bad way. Maybe you teach people selfishness. Maybe you teach people get what you can get and gratify your own personal flesh. Maybe you teach people how to mistreat people unless they agree with you, or unless they act the way you do, or unless they feel the way you do or say what you do. Maybe that's what you treat. So the nation that you create is a lesser nation because you're continuing a lifeline of selfishness and glorifying yourself and doing what you want to. But God says, when you submit to me, I will bless you to the third and the fourth generation. There are people who, just because a person was kind to them in that right moment, saved them from making bad decisions. Because a person was kind in that one moment, saved them from a bad situation that they felt like it was hopeless to be able to get out of. Imagine the impact that that person had. But what about that same person, same other person? But this person I ain't got time for that person. Look, I can do for you what I can do for you, but I'm getting ready. I got my own life. I'm doing what I can do. I ain't got time to be trying to help you. Now look at the drastic difference in the outcomes. So when I say to you, are you willing to let go of the mentality of what's the best I can get for this particular way of living that I feel unwilling to let go of? Or would you be willing to let go of that and put it in the hands of the Creator and let Him create you into something special? Let Him create you into something that can be used to not only bless you in a way that you could have never possibly. The word says that eye has not seen, ear has not heard, nor has it even entered into the mind the things that the Lord has prepared for those who love Him. What He's saying is if you would just trust me and put your life into my hands, you can't even imagine the life that I have prepared for you. You can't even imagine the level of satisfaction that I have built into your life. You can't even imagine the impact you're going to have in other people's lives, but you got to be willing to trust me. And if you would be willing to trust me, I can do great things with you. Or are you only going to say, yeah, that's all well and good, God, but what's the best I can get for this life that I have right now? What's the most impact I can have continuing to live the way that I choose to live for myself? Because the difference is you either A, willing to give to God, or you willing to keep holding on to yourself. God has the ability to make a difference in a whole lot of other people and use you to impact the world. You have the ability to impact yourself, and maybe you might help somebody else. I submit to you today, please give God a chance. Let him prove to you that the plans that he has for you are way greater than anything you can do for yourself. The life that he has prepared for you is far better than anything that you can ever hope or imagine for yourself. And I know you feel like what you have right now is good, but it's just good enough for what you are right now. You could be so much more in the hands of the Father. All right, y'all. That's my 2 cents on a 2-piece. Y'all be blessed.
Now you're locked in.